Hello again, Dino folks, and welcome back to another episode of My Dinosaur series. Last time on My Dinosaur series, we talked about how a group of dome-headed dinosaurs known as Pachycephalosaurids battled each other like those of modern-day bighorn sheep do today, to win over the hearts of the females. We also did a comparison between the juvenile species and the adult species of the Pachycephalosaurids. For example, Pachycephalosaurus was classified from adult grown-up species because they were known to be the largest of its kind, and Stygimoloch was classified from juvenile specimens because their head spikes were longer and a bit fragile unlike its large cousin. For this episode, we are going to be talking about a group of giant carnivorous dinosaurs, even fiercer and meaner than the mighty T-Rex, known as the Carcharodontosauridae Family. The Carcharodontosauridae are a group of theropod dinosaurs that had 3 sharp claws on their fingers and a slightly bigger head. They usually hunted long-necked sauropod dinosaurs as their main prey and were the top predators during their ages from the early Cretaceous to the late Cretaceous period. The 3 species we will talk about for this episode are Carcharodontosaurus, Giganotosaurus, and Acrocanthosaurus. Let's begin with Carcharodontosaurus, shall we? The name Carcharodontosaurus means great white tooth lizard. This was because its teeth were as sharp as modern-day great white sharks, and its teeth may not have been strong enough to crush bone like T-Rex, so it only took some of the meat out of its prey. And Carcharodontosaurus' brain was much smaller than that of T-Rex's, so it wasn't the smartest dinosaur like Troodon. This dinosaur was discovered in Morocco of northern Africa, but also destroyed in World War II, the same time when the first Spinosaurus fossil was discovered. Luckily, there was another fossil of Carcharodontosaurus during year 1996. Before World War II began, the skull of Carcharodontosaurus was found from 1927 to 1931 and was originally called Megalosaurus, but then that name was changed by Ernst Stormer, the German paleontologist himself, and the same paleontologist who discovered the first Spinosaurus fossil. Carcharodontosaurus may have competed with Spinosaurus for food and dominance, considering its coexistence with Spinosaurus. Despite being 47 feet longer and 15 feet taller than T-Rex, paleontologists suggested that Carcharodontosaurus might have been a fast runner of up to 18 to 20 miles per hour, allowing it to chase after duck-billed dinosaurs such as the sailback Oviraptoridae. Furthermore, they may have even hunted in packs to prey on long necks, such as the Parellititan. You'll learn more about Oviraptoridae and Parellititan in the future, but for now, let's move on to our next dinosaur for the episode, the Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus' name meaning is giant southern lizard, because its fossils were found only in Argentina of South America, year 1993. About 70% of the skeleton has been saved. A larger fossil has been discovered preying on a long neck, showing that Giganotosaurus was a carnivore that hunted in packs, especially when more fossils of it were discovered. Giganotosaurus had a length of 46.5 feet and a weight of 8.8 tons, as big as a Hollywood sign, making it one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs of its kind. During the Cretaceous period, Giganotosaurus may have lived in deserted areas with large trees. Particularly, they favored in prey, such as the long-necked herbivorous spiny Amargasaurus, meaning lizard from Amarga. And as I was saying about Giganotosaurus hunting in packs, this is related to how killer whales, aka orcas, would swim and travel in groups to hunt seals, sea lions, sharks, and penguins. Giganotosaurus' brain was 7 inches long, the size of a banana. It's probably either smarter or dumber than T-Rex. Before we move on to our last dinosaur for this episode, Let's compare the head skull of Carcharodontosaurus and Giganotosaurus, shall we? The head skull of Carcharodontosaurus was about 5 feet in length, and the Giganotosaurus's head might have had the same length as its African cousin. Both heads were bigger than T-Rex, and these dinosaurs were both apex predators of the Cretaceous period. Okay folks, time to talk about our last dinosaur for the episode, the Acrocanthosaurus. The name of Acrocanthosaurus means high-spined lizard because of its raised ridgesail it has on its back spine, similar to Spinosaurus, except it's smaller. And quite frankly, probably not a good swimmer. Anyway, modern-day animals such as the scorpionfish and the lionfish had sharp, rigid sails on their backs. Unlike the Acrocanthosaurus, the spines of the fish are poisonous and can paralyze anything that tries to do harm to them. It was probably suggested that Acrocanthosaurus was also one of the dinosaurs to use its 17-inch bowling pin-shaped spikes to control heat temperature throughout its body. Acrocanthosaurus fossils have been discovered between Oklahoma and Texas, year 1940, after living in the Cretaceous period. The skeleton of Acrocanthosaurus was 40 feet long and 16 feet tall, about the same size as T-Rex. And like the T-Rex, Acrocanthosaurus had a highly developed sense of smell, strong enough to track down prey, such as the bird-hipped Tenontosaurus and the long-necked Sauroposeidon, a relative of the Jurassic Brachiosaurus. Just like its relatives, Carcharodontosaurus and Giganotosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus might have been able to hunt in packs to take down large dinosaurs as well. The skull of Acrocanthosaurus was probably about 4 feet and 7 inches long, probably about the size of your TV set you like to watch cartoons most of the time. And I am fully aware that not all of you are into cartoons like I am. The fossilized arm of Acrocanthosaurus showed that the arm did not have enough movement, and it was probably too small to reach its own neck. Paleontologists also found footprints that were fossilized of the dinosaur when it died, and it took about 3 years for most of the paleontologists to dig up the skeleton of Acrocanthosaurus. Well folks, that wraps it up for this episode. If you like this video, please leave a like in the comments and subscribe to this channel. I highly recommend it. Next time on my dinosaur series, we will talk about a group of herbivorous and omnivorous bird-like dinosaurs known as the Oviraptoridae Family. This is Ian Fairley, and thank you for listening.